starting off for Brenton.
Brenton, Bud was mentioning to us in Dallas that you're going to be starting the leadoff spot this year a little bit. You know, how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, pretty awesome to hear that. Remember I told Thomas Harding that I think the leadoff spot's a guy that they have a lot of confidence in to get a lot of bats and try to create some early momentum, and I'm happy to do that.
Bud mentioned this team being closer to kind of having a more successful season. Do you feel like this team has grown a lot after going over a tough year?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, having a tough year, you can only build on it and kind of learn from your mistakes or whatever. But we have such a close-knit group of guys that really play for one another, and I think that's really going to benefit us. We might not be the team that's going to go out there and spend most money, but we're really close in the clubhouse, and I think that's going to help us on the field.
Can you be galvanized by that? Like, okay, so maybe that you're in the division with the Dodgers, Giants, and D-backs, but you can shock the world.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like I mentioned, we really like to play for each other, and when it comes to baseball, a team sport like this, it's a huge advantage.
Getting back to the leadoff, I know you have a lot of experience with that at other levels, but are there people you look to as kind of a prototypical leadoff? You hit a lot of different boxes, some of them that Charlie Blackmon hit here too, but what do you see as the kind of models and how you compare to those?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is speed, right?
Yeah.
You want a guy that's going to get on base and turn a walk into a stolen bag and get a guy in a scoring position early, or a single into a double kind of thing. A guy that wants to take the extra bag, and if I can do that right off the bat, then get some scoring done early, it's going to help us.
And anybody you look at as kind of leadoff models?
Not necessarily. I watched a lot of Trey Turner growing up, being a Nationals fan, so I watched a lot of him. He's really fun to watch on the base pass, and it's probably something I'm going to start doing, is trying to study up the leadoff spot a lot more.
Brenton, you went from making your debut and trying to catch up a lot in 2023, came on really strong in 2024, and now you're one of the few players that are coming here talking with the media. Has this progression and this elevation of your career felt natural for you, or does it feel like a lot happening at once?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I'm just really thankful that a lot of the hard work I put in the off seasons and during the seasons are paying off, and I love being able to be up here and talk to you guys, and it's really like a benefiting feeling, and I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
I mean, Patrick was just saying, that you've progressed each year that you've played. What's the next step for next year? What are you working on to try to improve your game even more next season?
I think for me, it's a little bit more off the field kind of stuff. Growing up, I was kind of like lead by example kind of guy, and I think losing Charlie, a lot of the guys like myself need to be a little bit more vocal, especially kind of asserting leadership in the clubhouse kind of thing, and that's kind of my goal. I'm just going to go out there and play as hard as I can, and everything else will work itself out.
When did you realize you could play center field the way you do here? Because it kind of ages players of dog years, this field, but it doesn't with you. And how much pride do you take on that and being one of the premier center fielders?
Yeah, I mean, I've always taken pride in my defense. Even the minor leagues, I switched to center field, AA. I was mainly in right field, but I mean, winning a Gold Glove your first season is pretty eye-opening. Like, I'm doing really good out there, and I just want to keep building off the years and keep winning some Gold Gloves.
How do you stay healthy? Obviously, as season went last year, you had to take care of your knee. Have you guys discussed maybe certain days off? How do you do it to make sure that you get through?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you just have to kind of feel it out as you go. A real important thing in this game is listening to your body. There might be days here and there that, especially during the dog days of the season, that you need that one day rest or whatever. But I'm just going to listen to my body as I go. And but the plan is to try to play 162 out of 162.
What are your expectations in the clubhouse about how Tovar could take another leap this year, maybe on an all-star season?
Yeah, arguably one of the most underrated guys in the league, and I've played with Tovar since rookie ball, so I'm always in his corner. I think he's going to assert himself as one of the best shortstops to ever play it.
What was that experience like take some photographs of your Gold Glove Award fans here at Rockies Fest, and is that on loaner from you and your personal collection?
Oh, it's not a loaner, but I guess Rockies pulled some strings and got it from Rawlings, so I'm pretty sure they presented it to me here one of the first games of the season at home. But super cool. I was able to see it in New York when I got it, and to see it again, yeah, it's beautiful.
So Brenton, Mike Petriello published an article a couple of weeks ago, and he said we're in a golden age of center fielders, and you were one of the people that he mentioned. Do you think you and your peers are in a golden age of center fielders?
Yeah, you're talking about like center fields around the league. Yeah, there's a lot of special talent. Guys like Michael Harris and Jacob Young from the Nationals is super fun to watch. It's really fun to compete and watch against these guys, and I think we're kind of not pulling for each other, but at the same time, like it's fun to kind of push one another and see who can claim a Gold Glove out there.
Winning 3 in a row is tough, obviously, even if you have another great season. But is that a goal?
I mean, I don't see why not, right? But like I mentioned earlier, like I always just try to go out there and give it my all, and everything else works itself out.
There are a lot of great center fielders out there, but there's been lists come out that you're not on it. 2-time Gold Glover. Is that motivation?
I don't care about that stuff.
Don't care.
Yeah, don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. Just keep my head down and play my game.
Brenton, you mentioned losing Charlie. Is there anything specific that you learned from him that you'll take forward?
Yeah, especially my big league, my first big league spring training. He was kind of a guy that took me under his wing a little bit, and super thankful for it, and taught me a lot of things like what to expect whenever I get called up and stuff like that. So it's kind of just like a pass the torch thing, and I hope to do that for another younger guy coming up.
Was he particularly funny when he taught you that spring training? Did you hang out much off the field, or how did that work?
Not necessarily. It kind of took me a while to kind of, get Charlie out of his shell. And likewise with me, like I couldn't know, like, is this a good time to try to joke around with him or whatnot? He's a pretty serious guy, but super cool that we'll still be seeing him around the clubhouse and everything.
Again, Charlie, him not being there. Who's the leader? This is a difficult game. Who's the leader when things go tough? And what's leadership mean to a baseball team?
And I think
How do you define that?
That's one of the biggest testaments for us this season. I think is trying to get guys like me, Tovar, McMahon, really trying to come out of our shell and be more vocal with guys. And I mean, it's huge, especially in a team sport, because a leader is a guy that everyone's want to try to go to, and he's going to be the one to pick everyone up, and it's super important.
Anything else for Brenton?
Are you looking forward to mentoring those young outfielders coming up?
Oh yeah, all the time. Hopefully they're good at picking my brain, and I'm able to give them some whatever they need out there.
Do anything fun off season?
Not really. Played a lot of golf. Went down to Florida, got out of the cold Virginia all season. Went to New York for the Gold Glove ceremony. That's always a fun trip. But yeah, that's about it.
What's your handicap?
No, I'm not. I don't keep track like that.
Good
Yeah, no comment there.
Thank you, Brenton.
Yeah.
Hey, Brenton.
Thanks, man.